Hello, my name's Dan, this is Cora, and we're here today to continue our top 70 game... No, I keep saying that. Continue Cora's top 70 games of all time. So these are all games that you really enjoy.
Yep.
And we're getting into some real classics now, or some real good ones, because we're on 40 down to number 31. If you've been watching the other ones, you'll know I have a great deal of difficulty remembering which numbers we're doing and what orders numbers come for some reason. I'm not entirely sure why. But I know that 40 comes first, so let's see what your number 40 is. Okay, Cora, what's your number 40?
Number 40 is Quirkle.
Quirkle! And what do you like about... Well, what is Quirkle and what do you like about it?
Well, it's the game where you got all these tiles, haven't they? Got shapes and colours, and you have to match them up to make...
To kind of make... It's very much like Scrabble. In fact, it's Scrabble without the need to spelling. So it's got the same kind of rules for Scrabble. You have to line things up and you have to either have a line of all the same colour or all the same shape, haven't you?
Yeah.
But you can kind of cross it, so if you can match it up, so you can do clever things with it and things like that. I'm not explaining that very well. You explained it a lot better than I did. So, what do you...
Do clever things with it as well.
What do you like about Quirkle?
Well, I like sort of... Sometimes when you've just finished it, before you put it all back in the box, I like trying to figure out what it kind of looks like, the shape of the whole thing.
Oh, like a cloud type thing. Yeah. That's fun. I really like the kind of...
That's not the only reason I like it.
No, but that's a good enough reason. I like I think it's quite a really enjoyable family game for everybody to enjoy playing and things like that. So yeah, Quirkle's really good. It's basically Scrabble, but without the need to spell. And that I'm a rubbish speller, so that's a good thing for me. Okay, Cora, what's your number 39?
Number 39 is Sticky Chameleons.
Sticky Chameleons. This is the game that goes everywhere.
It should be called Sticky Chameleons Tongue.
Yeah. Well, that's what that is, the sticky bit. So what do you do in Sticky Chameleons?
In Sticky Chameleons, you enjoy putting pieces all over the floor. You get this tongue, and you have to whack it like a whip. You gotta whip it
it's like
onto the thing, and you gotta pick up these.
It's a stretchy, rubber sticky. Stretchy rubber sticky thing, like the things you used to throw out windows that used to crawl down windows. You didn't, because for some reason they don't really... You don't make those. Why don't they make those anymore? Why don't kids have those anymore? Was it just... Anyway, that's possibly beside the point. So you slap the tongue down the table and you've got to try and pick up various things. Bugs, yeah. So, and everyone is trying to pick it up at the same time. So I think it's again. You'll have to excuse us. It's been about a year since we played it. You roll a dice, I think, is it, or turn a card over, and you get told that you need to pick up a mosquito, and so everyone spots a green mosquito, and flicks their thing.
And if somebody does pick it up, then you're gonna go like that, and then when you go backwards, it's gonna go.
Yeah.
Or you're gonna accidentally hit another one, and it's gonna go.
Yeah, and the pieces fly everywhere, and everyone's trying to get the same thing, and it doesn't...
It's always me have to pick it up on the floor when we play it.
Yeah, well, that's because you're the youngest, and therefore you are the person who has to do all the tasks in the house. That's fair, I think.
Fair.
So... Yeah, it's a great fun. There's loads of laughter. You get situations where people are trying to get because it doesn't count till you get it in your hand. So you might have picked it up, but people are trying to furiously hitting you in the face and taking out your eye and having to go to the hospital for emergency surgery. It's fantastic.
Game should be like 20 plus.
Sticky Chameleons is a great game, really hilarious, really underrated. I think there's a Cthulhu version recently, but I didn't got. No, don't worry about it. It's just anyway. Good stuff. Sticky Chameleons. Okay, then what number is this?
38.
Is it 38? All right, I know. What's your number 38?
Number 38 is Robo Turtles.
Robot Turtles. What do you do in Robot Turtles?
In Robot Turtles, it's sort of like a coding game.
Yeah, it's a programming game. Yeah.
And you have to tell it where to go, like left, right, forward, left, right, backwards.
Yeah, so you're guiding a turtle round a maze to try and pick up some gems, aren't you? It's a game for younger kids, this one.
And it also kind of helps you learn left and right.
Yeah.
Left and right.
Didn't do a very good job, did it? So yeah, it's a great game. It's generally for younger kids or kids who are a bit older, about 9, who don't know the left from the right. That's useful for that as well. And it's really good. It's like big. I don't know. But they don't have big tracks anymore, do they? You don't have big tracks where you got a toy and it was had wheels and
Hot Wheels.
No, a big track. See, you don't get the octopuses you throw on the windows anymore. You don't get the big tracks anymore. It's really. Did you used to have? Put in the comments below if you used to have a big track. It might have been just a British thing. I don't know.
What's a big track?
It's like a little.
You just said wait. No, you said what's? I said what's a big track, and it's like a little.
Well, it's a toy that you've got a keypad on the end, and you say go. It's like a tank, and you say go forward 3, and it goes and then turn. It's like Robot.
Yeah.
It's like Robot Turtles.
The part where you said big tracks, and then you said it's little.
You can't get them anymore, and it's a shame because big tracks are ace. So your number 38 is big tracks. So Cora, what's your number 37?
Number 37 is Kaplank.
Kaplank. Most people will have heard of Kaplank.
Yeah, I think everybody's heard of Kaplank.
It's a pretty classic mainstream game.
Yeah.
So what do you like about Kaplank?
I just sort of enjoy it as a fun game to play with a lot of people, isn't it?
Yeah, you're pulling.
And it's sort of like another push your luck game, isn't it?
It is like a push your luck. Well,
it is a push your luck game.
I don't know. I think it's not push your luck because you don't carry on going until you don't go anymore. But I know what you're saying. You got that kind of is it going to happen? That kind of stuff. Kaplank's great. We don't really need to talk about Kaplank that much because most people.
I think you know what Kaplank is.
Yeah. So it's a good, solid. Just because it's a mainstream game doesn't mean to say it's not a good game. And Kaplank is a good game. And I'll challenge anybody to a duel who doesn't agree with me.
Who'd win the duel?
Them probably. Kaplank. So, number 36?
Number 36 is Silver and Gold.
Silver and Gold. And what do you like about Silver and Gold?
Well, it's sort of like, it's only a little bit like Not Mal, isn't it?
Yeah, well it is.
It's the crossing off and you gotta...
You see, this is the thing that I'm impressed with Cora. She doesn't know the terminology. She doesn't go on Board Game Geek. You don't go and watch YouTube.
I don't know.
No, she doesn't know what Board Game Geek is. She doesn't go on all the forums and things like that. Yet she's able to see that Silver and Gold, which is a flip and write game, is very much like Knock Mal, which is a roll and write game.
Because you write the X's.
Yeah, she's a clever girl.
It's not.
All you people in the comments who are calling her an idiot.
Yeah, like who?
For not knowing what order numbered lists come in and things like that.
That was you! I'm the one who remembers the numbers.
Anyway, let's go back to Silver and Gold. What's happening with Silver and Gold? So you like it because you're crossing things off and things like that?
And like, you sort of think, do I get this thing or do I get this thing, which would help me more? And just the...
Yeah, that kind of stuff. It's like a drafting game, and then you've got to fit kind of shapes to try and fill up your treasure map and all that kind of stuff. It's a really good game. Phil Walker-Harding, a great designer, and another one of his is going to come up in a minute, which is why I mention him. Lovely flip and write game, Silver and Gold. Okay, number 35.
Number 35 is Zombicide, and it's a little bit of an odd one out, isn't it?
It is a bit of an odd one out.
Because I've got there was this book section in a mill we went to, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And it had a bunch of kids' books, and then there was just this one historical book.
1984 it was. All these.
And it was clearly not a mistake because there was multiple of them there.
Yeah.
So this is a bit like that, isn't it?
It is a bit. So what number is it? 35. So number 35
Getting memory.
is Zombicide Green Horde. And this is a game that we played quite a lot, wasn't it? And what do you like about Zombicide Green Horde?
Well, I sort of just like the action part of it. And they got cool models and you get to paint the models.
Yeah, running around, attacking things. This is one of the games that was quite a big influence on Cora Quest, wasn't it? It
was originally more like this, but then
it kind of developed and moved on. So, but you really like the action and the excitement and the getting your weapons and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, we went to school one day and you said you like board games and someone said, oh, what's your favourite board game? Oh, I like Zombicide. And I thought, oh dear, I'm going to get reported to child services here for inappropriate stuff. But it's not inappropriate for kids. There's nothing inappropriate about it. It's a very simple, fighty game and it's really fun. So Zombicide Green Horde. Okay, number 34.
Number 34 is Looping Louie.
Looping Louie, another classic kind of more mainstream game. Although this one's more beloved by board gamers as well. Yeah. If you haven't played Looping Louie, there's a plastic aeroplane that's going around in a circle, and you've got
in loop.
Yeah, in loop. Thank you. In loops, and you've got kind of catapult type device that you're hitting, and it makes the aeroplane jump over your barn.
So it's more like a seesaw.
Seesaw, catapult, yeah, that kind of stuff.
Seesaw, catapult, the same thing.
As this list is going on, you're getting more and more disrespectful. And I don't appreciate it.
But seesaw and catapult, the same stuff.
And your older sister's giving us grief from the other room as well. God. I hope you can't hear that through the microphone. I'm
probably can't. But she said, no, they're not.
Anyway, whatever. Looping Louie, things going round. You're hitting the seesaw to knock it up so it doesn't knock over your chickens in your barn. That probably makes no sense if you've never played Looping Louie, but I imagine a lot of people have played Looping Louie. What do you like about?
You have to stop the aeroplane from taking your chickens. That's it.
Yeah, you're right. I can't disagree with you. Go on. What do you like about Looping Louie?
I like the sort of thing where you have to time it right, and then sometimes you just time it wrong, and then it just swoops by.
And it's funny when you knock Looping Louie up, and then he comes down straight onto somebody else's chicken, and you go, yeah.
When you go when you knock him with the seesaw catapult.
It's like a catapult.
Then it goes down, and it may just not give the other player a chance and just take it and knock his chicken, and then they're like, don't hit it so hard.
This has got some great table presence, and he's always massively popular at our kids' board game group. If you bring it out, you know for sure that there's going to be people playing on it for the entire of the 2-hour session, haven't you? So it's fantastic. Looping Louie, great stuff. That was number whatever it was. Okay, number 33.
Number 33 is Gizmos.
Gizmos. Now, this is not even a family game almost. It's almost like a light, medium, grown-ups game. So what do you like about... What is Gizmos and what do you like about it?
Well, it's sort of like it involves marbles and cards.
Marbles and cards, that's true.
And a contraption thing that's made out of cardboard.
Yeah. So it's an engine building game where you're building up an engine to score more points, basically. And the kind of resources you're putting into the engine at the beginning are these marbles, aren't you? Which are all kind of stored.
Some of them are like green, some of them are orange, and some of them green.
I can't remember what colour the marbles are, but black, blue, and anyway, whatever.
Red.
Red. So what do you like about it?
Well, I like the marbles. They're really cool.
Yeah.
The marbles are cool.
Yeah.
And I like just the look of the gizmos and how it's like organised and
yeah. I think this is a game that if it hadn't got that marble stuff, you wouldn't have really concentrated. And this isn't meant to be a criticism for you because you tend to like more elegant games with more streamlined rules that are quite easy to pick up quite quickly. And this one was quite a struggle to pick up, wasn't it?
But just the little marbles have like bubbles in them and they look cool.
She likes the marbles. Gizmos. Okay, number 32.
Number 32 is Outfox.
Yeah.
It's a very popular game at the board game club.
It really is popular.
With my friends as well. Once we had a board game birthday party, we just came over to my house and we played some board games because we got a lot of board games to play. And, well, like 70 because we got some.
We got more than 70. We got about 150, 200 board games in all the boxes. Yeah, we have, in all the boxes and stuff like that. In all the library, the board game club library and things we got. Yeah.
But... and I think they might have played it before and they wanted to play it again, I think.
This is the game that I will recommend to anybody who says, what game should I buy for my 5-year-old, my 6-year-old, that kind of age. Straight to If you haven't got Outfox already, this is the game I will always go to. What are you doing in Outfox?
Well, you have to figure out. Well, you have to find the pie, don't you?
Yeah, you have to work out which fox has eaten the pie. Yeah. It's a deduction game where
you got all these suspects.
Yeah.
And you mark them off one by one. Who's not doing it with this little fun. I like the little thing that says the person does have an umbrella or they don't have an umbrella, and you slide it in. And it's a
little thing, yeah. Which I'll put a picture up hopefully of the thing. Yeah, that's good. So it's a great game for young kids. Great deduction game. This has fast become a modern classic, I think, and you'll find non-board gamers recommending this to people as well. You can find this in all the big box stores usually. So really good game. Outfoxed.
And it has chickens.
Got chickens as well. And last of all, before Cora has to go out to the dentist, it's true, she does, unfortunately.
31.
Number 31. What is it?
Illusion.
Illusion. And what do you do in illusions? Do you make magic tricks? Do you pull rabbits out of hats?
Do you think a hat could fit in a box?
Well, it depends how big the hat box is, doesn't it? Go on, what do you do in illusion? Oh, I'm getting her most severe stare here. What do you do in illusion?
Also, could you fit a rabbit in a board game box and a hat?
You could do. I'm not saying the rabbit would last very long. You might get a slightly deceased rabbit after a while. You'd have to sell it quick off the board game store, wouldn't you? Otherwise, it'd be a bit smelly.
Stop. Stop.
Well, you start it. I asked you a reasonable question. Go on, what do you do in illusion?
Well, there's these cards, and you have to figure out what. So it's cards, and it has different shapes of colours, and there's a bunch of colours on the cards. And you have to figure out what colour you think is the most of on the card. Yeah,
you get given like a colour at the beginning, don't you? And there's a lineup of all the different cards, and you've got to place into that lineup how much. So if you think,
it's kind of only a little bit, but kind of like Timeline.
Very much like Timeline, yeah. So you have to place into it. So if you think it's got more green than that card, but not as much as this card, then you slide it in. Now, that sounds like it might be easy, but the illusion of the thing, comes in that these are kind of, they're not exactly optical illusions, but they're deliberately kind of designed to make it confusing about which one has got the most green and all that kind of stuff.
And it might have like, I've never seen a card that has it, but it might have just like a bunch of really tiny dots, but it actually adds up to more of the big shapes.
Exactly, that kind of trickery, really. So that's a really good game. You used to play this with Grandma over Zoom, didn't you? During the lockdown.
And you can still say, you can still put the camera on it and say, where do you think it goes?
Yeah.
So it still works. You liked it as well.
Yeah. So this is a game that Cora played with Grandma during the lockdown. It was one of the ways Cora stayed in contact with Grandma, isn't it? Yeah. So that was number 31, Illusion, and that is all we've got. So we're into our top 30 next. I had to work that out then. We're into our top 30 now.
You need your memory part of your brain.
Yeah, my number processing part of my brain needs checking.
And the memory part.
All right.
All of your brain.
Yeah, my entire. Yeah. So that was a great list of games. I liked a lot of those. All of them, in actual fact. And we'll see you next time. Cora's got to go to the dentist now, so we're gonna have to turn off the cameras. Okay, so thank you very much, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.
Bye bye.